Hey everybody, welcome back to Cars, Crafts, and Drafts. What we're going to be doing today is building a do-it-yourself cheap ice maker. And I got the inspiration for this video from a channel called Kelley's Country Life, and I'll link his video in the description at the end of this video. Because honestly, if it wasn't for watching his video, I probably wouldn't be doing this. The idea behind that is you get yourselves a nice sized chest freezer and you hook up a couple ice makers and pretty much you got your own ice maker without spending, thousands of dollars on a commercial unit. I go through quite a bit of ice. I do a lot of fishing during the summer. We go to the beach. We have a couple parties throughout the year, and every time I go fishing, I'm buying probably 6 bags of ice at $3 each. It's about 20 bucks of ice. And then for the parties, we're filling up 4 or 5 big coolers. That's sleeves and sleeves of ice. Going to the beach eats up a couple bags with the kids and all their snacks and drinks and whatnot. So this will eventually pay for itself. And it's just a very cool project. Like I said, I can't take all the credit for this. I watched Kelley's Country Life videos and I took some of his ideas. I'm going to change some things and use some ideas that are my own. And it'll hopefully turn out all right. So come along for the ride. Now the ice maker is going to go in this corner over here. And I currently don't have any electric or plumbing in this area. So what we're going to do is tap into this light fixture here. Grab some wiring off of that. And then this water line. I'm going to tap on this side of the cutoff. This is the on-off valve for my outside spigot out by my garage. So we'll go before that so we always have access to the water. One of the things I'm going to do a little differently, I was originally going to build a keezer, which is a kegerator made out of a freezer. It's supposed to take, supposed to get your beer colder than a normal refrigerator, but I decided to take some of the ideas of that, one of which being you put a wooden collar around the outside. That way when you go and drill for your taps, you're not drilling through the cooling lines through the side of the freezer. You kind of sacrifice the wooden collar and drill through that instead. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing. So today what I'm going to try and get done is building that collar, staining it, and running the electric and the water. The first thing we got to do is unbox the unit and take some measurements. So this particular unit is a gallons, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a 7.0 cubic foot freezer, chest freezer I got from Target, and I believe the price was $199. I had seen a unit similar to this, probably the same manufacturer, just rebranded, at Best Buy for $179 on sale, and I just waited too long to pull the trigger. And I wound up getting this from Target for 199 bucks, which still isn't too bad. This particular unit is on casters, so it's nice and easy to roll around and move. So that'll definitely help us out with the installation of everything that we need for this. So the first thing we're going to do is take the measurements of the outside here, and that's going to be the basis for our collar. Now the lip, the rubber seal here, does not go all the way to the edge. There's about ½ an inch gap between the outer edge and where the seal, the gasket is. I only bought 1 inch 1x6, so 3/4 of an inch, that's it. I would like this to be flush with the outside, but I'm also going to put some insulating foam, 2 inches of insulating foam, so that'll help with the seal here. And then we just have to watch this drop down here, and I'll have to notch away a little bit of foam for that. Probably could have went with 1-inch foam, but 2-inch is what I've got, so that's what we're going to be using. The numbers I got were 37 5/16 by 20 1/2. So we're going to go ahead and cut those on the radial. Next thing we're going to do is drill some pocket holes with the Kreg jig so we can fasten all 4 sides together. So if you were paying attention, you probably already picked up on a mistake that I made. When I was measuring the depth of the freezer, I came up with 20 1/2 inches. I didn't take into account the thickness of the board on each of the long sides. So that should have reduced each side, each short side by 1.5 inches, and I didn't do that. So all I did was trim 1.5 inches off each of the short boards I already cut and re-drill the pocket holes. Now, everybody's favorite thing to do is sand. So for the stain, I'm going to use this Minwax semi-transparent Royal Pine, which is like a nice blue color. I think that'll fit nice with the white. But first things first, I'm getting thirsty. Oh, ignore the swill at the bottom. Let's go with one of these. Benedict Amber Trader Ale. This is from Fort Nonsense Brewing in New Jersey. They are in Denville, which is pretty close to Morristown. We go out there twice a year for training, and I like to pop into the brewery and grab a couple 4-packs when I can. It's a very, very good beer. Benedict Amber Trader Ale. And you can drink it. All right, let's get you back to the task at hand. So we've got the board stained. While they're drying, we're going to start working on the electric. We're going to tap into this light. It might be a little bright because the, well, light, but that light there, we're going to tap into that, come across, and we'll put the box probably right about here, just because I don't feel like drilling into the block and worrying about that. So it'll be a nice shot of wire right from the light, across, over, right there. And for that I'm going to use some 12-2 Romex that I had laying around. I've got the wires snaked through the joists. I haven't hooked it up on either side yet because I do have to turn off the power before I start messing with the lights. But it's run through the joists. And I'm just going to hook it up using this regular old dual outlet that I've got. And you're going to want to use these stress relief fittings for the size of the box, so you don't have any strain relief, any strain on the outlet itself. It's all being held by that clamp. Now, a tool that I've found works really well for tightening these up is a pair of snap ring pliers like you'd use if you were fishing. They've got that little barb on the end for splitting snap rings, and it's perfect for getting in there and hooking it behind one of the cogs and tightening it up. Perfect. Super tight. White to silver. Black to gold. Now, don't take any of my advice without double, triple, quadruple checking, because I'm not an electrician. I'm not a plumber. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. That was all right. There. So that's all good. Well, before I do that, I have to mount the box. So let's get that going out of the way. So I've got power out to the basement. These two shop lights are on a separate circuit, but everything else is off. So no danger of me getting shocked. So I'm going to tap in through one of these holes on the side, the new wire. And I think I'm going to get rid of these wire nuts, and I'm going to try these Wago locking things. And I've never used these before, and we'll see how they work. All right, moment of truth. Let's go turn the breaker back on. We got a light. This light's not on. So I turned it off. Oh yeah. And there we go, there's the wire. There's it coming out of the box. Through the joists. And down and around. And over to the new plug. I'm just going to plug a test. Let's see, something could plug in. This sander will work. Perfect. It works. The next step we're going to take is tapping into this water line right about here, just before this shut off that leads to the outside spigot. I've got the system drained. The shut off is off. I've got a valve here, a spigot that will drain the water going to the outside spigot. That's empty. Everything is flushed. Everything is drained. So the plan of attack is take this guy, 3/4 on both ends, and then 1/4 compression fitting for the ice maker line. My concern with that is that I'm not going to be able to get the flex that I need out of this pipe to be able to attach to both sides. If that's the case, plan B is to use one of these slip tees. One of these slip tees that, which side slip? This side slips. So it'll go on the pipe this way, all the way down. Well, that way in my case. And then you realign the pipe and slide it back into place. And then I'll just put some 3/4 inch copper pipe out that side and then use this guy down the line. Maybe another short run of copper pipe and then a cap. So I'm using all shark bite stuff just because I have never sweat copper before. It doesn't look too difficult. I get the gist of it, but I just never done it before, and now's not the time to try. If I need to run more copper, I've got plenty of copper up here. My grandfather was a plumber, so I more or less inherited a lot of these, a lot of this pipe, a lot of these tools. The house that we're in now was actually his. He passed away in November of 2020. So when he passed away, his house went into a trust, and me and my wife, we bought the house from the trust. So we moved in, got a bunch of his old tools and stuff, and trying to make it our own. Anyway, we're gonna move along. I'm gonna cut this pipe and hopefully don't make too much of a mess. Just let that drain for a minute. Good thing about shark bite fittings is that they don't have to be dry to work. So this water isn't going to be a problem. So I've got the pipe cut. Now I'm going to deburr it with the shark bite tool. Guess it feels pretty good. Now I need to mark it so we know when the fitting is in all the way. And we'll do the same to the other side. I guess that's good. It's not coming off. All right, now if I can get this enough flex where I can get this guy on, that would be ideal. I need to get up a little higher, a little more leverage. Oh, all right. Whew. Man. So, it appears that all that is on. I think we can turn the water on now. We'll open that valve. This is dry. Well, that's gonna leak. All right. Now this is dry. So I'm gonna go upstairs and turn off all the faucets, close everything up, and then come back down and turn the water on and see what happens. All right, you guys stay here. You tell me if there's any leaks. I'm gonna go turn the water back on. Well, the pipes are filling, and I don't hear any dripping. This looks dry. We'll give it a couple minutes. I still hear everything filling up. So I got some speedy dry on the floor so I can dry up all the water. I'll put down a piece of cardboard, and overnight I'll see if it drips. I'll see if it gets the cardboard wet, so I'll dry all that stuff up. So now I'm gonna run some 1/4-inch ice maker line from the T down along the floorboards here, just right around the area of this outlet that we put in earlier today, and drop it straight down. So this is the kit that I had to order. I really just wanted the line. I think it's 25 feet of 1/4-inch line. That's it. It's just plastic tubing. This is the T that comes with this particular kit. I didn't buy it for this. I bought it for the tubing. Basically, the way this T works is you clamp it over your copper pipe, and you twist this knob, and this pin comes up and punctures the copper tubing. I'm not a fan. I just think it's kind of chintzy. It's a good idea in theory, but I think second best would be what we did here with the shark bite fitting. Best would obviously be to sweat a copper T on there, but for an exposed pipe like this that I'll be able to see if it's leaking, the shark bite's gonna be fine. So let's get this line run, and we'll pick it up from there. So that's gonna be it for part one. What we were able to get done today was tap into this light here in the basement, get this electrical wire run. It's not as neat as it could be, but it's good enough for, you know, a guy who's doing this in his basement who's not an electrician. It's fine. Got that wired to the outlet. That was going to be our power for the ice maker, the chest freezer. We tapped into the copper water line with the shark bite fitting. Compression fitting there. Connected this 1/4-inch plastic tubing that came with the ice maker kit. This is held up by Romex staples. Just pop those in and tap them in by hand. They're not too tight, but they're tight enough to hold it up. This just terminates in a coil at the floor. In the next video, we're going to tap into this and finish up the plumbing. We're going to put the water filters on, maybe wire in the ice makers if we get that far. We do have to pop the top off the cooler to put together these boards for the collar that we made, that we stained, which actually came out really, really nice. I really like this Minwax transparent finish. Even though it's just regular pine boards, the grain came out nice. This looks like a face. Looks like the sloth from Ice Age. But these came out really, really nice. I'm really, really happy with that. So we're gonna zip those together, make the collar for this. That foam is gonna go on the inside of the boards. This is 2-inch foam. I don't know if I need 2 inches, 1 inch might be better, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys enjoyed part 1, and hopefully you guys stay tuned for part 2. Thanks for watching.
Man.